Not many people are aware that the international community has, so far, allowed two countries to get away with a genocide. It began during World War I when the decaying Ottoman Empire took advantage of the chaos in the world to slaughter 1.5 million Armenians, along with hundreds of thousands of other Christian minorities living under Ottoman control. Now, the world didn't condemn this genocide, which gave Adolf Hitler the confidence to believe he could get away with slaughtering millions of Jews under German control. Now, people rarely learn the lessons history teaches us. Most people in positions of power or influence pursue short-term, self-interested goals that put the lives of innocents at risk. One such population are the Armenians who live in their ancestral homeland, now called the Republic of Artsakh, but also known as Nagorno-Karabakh. Azerbaijan invaded Artsakh in 2020 with the help of Turkey and jihadist mercenaries from Syria and Libya. Azerbaijan conquered much of Artsakh's territory and is laying claim to all Armenian lands. Since 2020, Azerbaijan has slowly tightened the noose around Artsakh and has held the nation under a blockade for 8 months and counting.
Armenians in the US, Argentina, and other countries invite me to analyze the problem. Artsakh president asked me my expert opinion on what is happening today in Armenia, in particular the blockade of the Lachin corridor. I review the problem, and it's very simple. It's absolutely clear that this is one form of genocide already committed.
Hundreds of tons of humanitarian aid are sitting in trucks at the border, but Azerbaijan refuses to allow it through. They want Artsakh to either submit to their control or starve. Azerbaijan's blockade is not only inhumane, but it is illegal under international law. That is why I'm calling on all Christians and people of goodwill to join me in a prayer march in Armenia on September 2nd. Details will be posted in a Facebook event linked in the description below, but to sum up the matter, there is one road that Armenians can use to deliver aid to Artsakh, and I call on you to join me in escorting that humanitarian aid through Azerbaijan's illegal checkpoint. Now, it is a scary notion. Azerbaijan is committed to genocide against the Armenians because many Azeris are not only racist towards Armenians, but they despise their Christian faith and desecrate Christian sites and objects whenever possible. I pray that when I march against Azerbaijan's checkpoint, the Azeris will fear retribution from the international community and will not open fire or throw me in prison, but instead allow the humanitarian aid to go through. But if that's what it will take to open the world's eyes to the barbarity of Azerbaijan's genocidal regime, then I am prepared to risk it all. I will not stand idly by while 120,000 people are starved to death, as one mother here describes.
Taking care of your children, finding bread for your children every morning. You're not sure. You wake up in the morning. Will you be able to find food for your children? It's just horrible. And our children have not deserved that. They have not deserved the treatment that we are witnessing here right now. I've been displaced from Shushi. I found refuge here in Stepanakert. I started from scratch. I have 2 minor kids, and I face the most important existential problem every day.
The United Nations hosted a meeting of the Security Council this week to discuss Azerbaijan's genocidal blockade, but the mechanisms of politics move very slowly, while starvation moves quickly. There were some good statements made by representatives at the UN meeting, like the one from Malta.
Malta is deeply concerned about the situation in the Nagorno-Karabakh region and the ensuing humanitarian situation aggravated by the blockade of the Lachin corridor. It is deplorable that citizens in the region continue to be deprived from essential goods such as food, medicine, and fuel, which has impacted the functioning of medical and education institutions. Malta calls for the immediate and unconditional end to this blockade. The implications of the situation on the local population and the lack of humanitarian access to the region is serious and will only worsen as time goes by without any form of redress or remedy. Unimpeded humanitarian access must be given. We appeal to the Azerbaijani authorities to restore free access to the Nagorno-Karabakh region and refrain from further violations of the trilateral statement of 9 November 2020, international humanitarian law and orders by the International Court of Justice.
Many statements, however, indicated a hesitation to call out Azerbaijan for their horrendous policies, instead blaming both sides and telling them both to work towards peace. This is reminiscent of a time when police officers would show up at the scene of a domestic violence call and just tell both sides to calm down and work it out. If there is a victim of violence, like with an abusive spouse or a genocidal neighbor, you cannot ask the victim to appease their abuser. You have to protect the victim of violence, otherwise they'll face worse later on. The International Criminal Court has already ruled that the blockade is illegal and that Azerbaijan must lift it. But Azerbaijan refuses because they don't respect international law. They call it an internal problem that the rest of the world has no business being a part of, just like Hitler. Armenia's foreign minister laid out the basic facts, highlighting the struggles Artsakh is facing, including the abduction of an Armenian who was seeking heart treatment in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, and also a 40-year-old man who died of malnutrition while struggling behind this blockade. Azerbaijan's representative responded with lies, deception, and mockery to make light of the situation.
I have also something to show to the august body. Social media outlets are full of numerous video clips and photos of local Armenian residents in Khankendi celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and all the good occasions. And indeed, we wish them well. These photo and video facts convincingly refute the allegations about the starvation, famine, and humanitarian crisis. People are happy. They dancing at their wedding party. This is celebration, very tasty cookies.
Food doesn't run out in the course of a day or even a few months, and it is disgusting that Azerbaijan's representative claims there's no humanitarian crisis just by showing social media posts of Armenians who are trying to live out their lives to the fullest despite the potential for annihilation that they are facing. Artsakh's spirit will not be broken. They will show the same resilience and resolve that their ancestors displayed when Turkish tribes first descended upon the region in their invasion of the Armenian ancestral homeland, where they slaughtered, raped, and enslaved the local populace. And it is a tradition that is continuing today, no matter how modern the world may seem. Azerbaijan and Turkey continue to perpetrate this violence. Please, take a moment to listen to Artsakh's plea in their own words.
8 months have passed since the people of Artsakh are deprived of uninterrupted and two-way movement through the Lachin corridor. Moreover, since June 15th, Azerbaijan has completely blocked the usage of the Lachin corridor, even for importing food, medicine, and other vital goods by the International Committee of the Red Cross and the Russian peacekeeping troops. As a result of this genocidal policy by Azerbaijan, 120,000 people in Artsakh have become hostages and victims.
Ժանուղոցեցին սպասում մատաղան, հատետի, աշկերուցեցնում չի, պատարեպին մրալ, հատետի, տպտպելավ եկան մատաղան, ներկուզ խոխազոված, կինսը զոված անդարդեր մարդ։ Խնդրալը ներկու մացուն ապով, երկու սմետանայատվալ մի հատ էլ կաթ։
Մի ժամից ավել է SMS հերթումը կանած, օզում չու մաման, բաբոն կյան վե ույան կյան մոնրած վներնեց համա հոգնում ընտրադյան եսում լիկյան։ Դե ես ջահելն է կայեմ հերթում կանիմ։
The blockade has caused severe fuel shortages in the Republic, disrupting the operation of public transport and medical vehicles. Agricultural work has also been hampered. Furthermore, Azerbaijan continues to target civilians engaged in agricultural activities, exacerbating the apparent acts of starvation inflicted upon the population.
Կոմբայնավարը կեմ չէին զիրել, անումքին չանիք։ Մինեի կոտավեր թխում են երոտողնեմ վախնում։ Մուքել չն կոժում, մարդիկ քինին մի պենինի, հետո միդե պատասխան տանք, առանցենը շատ են կուրցրա։
Since January, daily 6-hour power outages have been occurring, leading to numerous hardships. Due to the lack of fuel, even generators cannot be used during blackouts. In addition to reported issues in health, food production, communication, and other sectors, these power supply failures have resulted in a water supply system crisis, affecting approximately 90% of the communities.
Առավոտ օրինակ մի եկտես քշանում ենք ցեցնեմ, բայց դե վեշուստոյ տաժա ամեն դնում պցինալա մեշկարնես համալի, բայց ձորա մի թարավլա պցրցնեմ ենք։
Արդեն 3 օր աչուր չոնիկ նապորնը միջև 2 էտաժում։ Առավոտն էլ դու։ Չէ, օրը 3։
The blockade has particularly devastating consequences for the most vulnerable segments of the population. All planned examinations and surgeries have been halted, preventing hundreds of medical patients from traveling to Armenia and abroad for treatment. Anemia among pregnant women has reached 90%, resulting in increased deaths of unborn and newborn children, as well as births with complications.
Ճիշտն ասած, մենք դժվարությամբ կապի հանեցինք շտապօգնությունը, մինչև լուծեցին վառելիքի խնդիրը, շատ սուր էր դրա։ Մինչև եկան հասցրին, տարան հասցրի Ստեփանակերտ, արդեն շատ ուշ էր, ես էլ արդեն հասկանում էի, որ շատ ուշ էր։ Հասանք Ստեփանակերտ, արդեն ժամը 5-ն էր։
Վիտամինի պակասություններ, մրգեղենի պակասություններ, ղեկավարությունը Դե ամենը գինը պետք է ամեն միրգը օգտագործի, քաղցրեղեն օգտագործի, որ աճ ունենա երեխա։ Մեր վիճակում էլ չկալությունից, դժվարությունից երեխան խուսի։
Around 2,000 pregnant women, 30,000 children, 20,000 elderly individuals, and 9,000 people with disabilities are suffering from malnutrition and lack of basic supplies and medicine. Cases of diseases related to the blood system have increased by 2.6 times, and complications and fainting incidents are being reported among many chronic patients. Due to the absence of transportation, many are unable to visit hospitals. Even if it was previously possible to send those with acute issues to Armenia, many people now hesitate due to the lack of trust and prevailing fear following the Red Cross incident.
Հրաժարվում են այլ քաղաքային բուժում ստանալուց եւ այո հենց այդ բառերով ավելի լավ է մեռնել իմ հողում ինչքան կապրեմ քան հանկարծ թուրքը ինձ գերի վերցնի մանավանդ որ տարբեր խոսակցություններ արդեն գիտենք եւ փաստացի Կարմիր խաչը նույնպես հանդիսանալով միջազգային կառույց անհասկանալի է իր դերակատարումը եւ դիրքորոշումը այս պարագայում
Several life-saving drugs have already been depleted and some are on the brink of exhaustion. Therefore, a decision has been made to evacuate all patients undergoing hemodialysis to the Republic of Armenia. Failure to do so will result in the death of all 41 patients receiving hemodialysis within a week after the depletion of necessary medical supplies. Not everyone is willing to leave. They are aware that if they pass away outside of Artsakh, there is a high risk of not having a cemetery in their homeland.
При всех предупредили, сказали, что если невозможно будет, они останутся без лечения. Я не знаю, чем это закончится, к сожалению, но они приняли это решение самостоятельно. Ես էլ եմ ուզում ապրել, իմ նմաններն էլ են ուզում ապրել։ Մենակ ես չեմ, ես 64 տարեկան եմ, իմ հետ այնքան հիվանդներ կան։ Դեռ լսած չկան պապա, մամա բառը։ Այս դրությունով չեմ կարա գնամ Երևան բուժման նպատակով, որովհետև ես ուզում եմ գանված սայլակին մեռնեմ Ղարաբաղում, մեռնեմ Արցախում ու թաղվեմ իմ գերեզմանոցում։
Again, please join me in marching for the survival of Artsakh. Do not let evil win. Stand with me and stand with Artsakh. If you have any questions or concerns about participating in this event, please reach out to me through my Facebook page or the Facebook event named Open Artsakh Prayer March. Amazing things can happen if we stand united. God will see us through any trial, but we must be eager to embrace whatever cross is asked of us. Please carry this cross with me. I'm Trey Blanton. God bless you.